Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.
Got myself. Blood, sweat, tears, baby.
Welcome people, so we're here at my friend's Gia's house. We're installing my Recaros for my TSX. Here with my brother, Maurice. We're gonna put those seats in this thing. And also, if you don't know Gia, he's an OG TSX member. This is his TSX. Modulo bumper, TEs with the spin power. So he's got a lot of goodies on this car. And I'll show you guys a little later.
Yo, what's up?
So what are we doing today?
We are installing some Recaros, JDM. That's up. You need a few steps. First step is obviously move your seat up. These are 14 millimeters. You just gotta pry them up a little bit, and then with impact. If you don't have any of these fancy little stuff, you can just do it by hand. Just take it off like that, both sides. In the front, you might need an extension like that. So the front is a little bit more pain in the ass. Well, not pain in the ass, but you can use these for fancy office chairs and stuff like that. I made mine into an awesome office chair. A little extension, doesn't need to be 3-inch, it could be 1 inch or so. Just want to be fancy, Get it in there. This is the first seat. We're gonna reuse these both, so don't throw them away. So after you pull these out, they're gonna be in the last position. So make sure you wanna, adjust it or save them. I went ahead and bought new pigtails for this install on my project, but on this project we're gonna reuse everything on the harness. The new pigtail is about 150 bucks. My build is everything is reversible. That's how I like my builds. But after these steps, take these 2 front bolts out, do the passenger, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. So this is my car. Every time you start this project, always make sure you disconnect the your negative so it doesn't electrocute anything. But it's supposed to look like this from the inside. Like you see, it's Recaros, no lights.
No SRS lights.
I'll turn it on to confirm for people. You're gonna have to make it traction. You gotta take out the seats, the rails. That's one of your weight sensors. And in that box right there, that's where I put all the passenger sensors. I have an extra box. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is where you're gonna put your SR light weight sensor for your passenger TSX.
So when you're removing the passenger seat, you gotta take out the seat belt.
That's 14.
No, it's not. It's 15.
15? The fuck? Is it 14?
Remember, before you take out the seat, disconnect all your plugs.
This is the main one. You need the resistors on. So this is. So make sure everything's all plugged in. All these are pretty simple. Just wiring harness. Just take it off. Make sure you don't damage any of this stuff, because if you do, you're ruined. It just pulls down and bloop bloop. Everything off. All right, you're good to go, sir.
All right, now I'm gonna take out the seat. You deliver the baby.
That's how you deliver a baby. Alright, so you do the same thing. Once everything is loose, pull back. This only has one wire to it. This is less complicated than the driver's side.
Passenger side?
Or yeah, passenger side. Everything's all self-explanatory. It's all in there. So and then you just disconnect everything. You only disconnect the gray one. Only two you need to disconnect. Actually 3. Let me get in there. You basically disconnect the green one. This is I don't know what the fuck it is. This one is your power harness. Disconnect that. Give it for a tug. This one is your ABS light sensor. Same thing. Boom. This is your control. Boom. This. Hiya! That's all you need to do.
That's the Vietnamese strength.
Alright, now time to deliver baby. They're pretty heavy, so
Yeah.
alright, so we got that out. So the yellow one is going to be the resistors. You plug them in there. That's all you need to do. So now we got all the seats out. Now is the time to dismantle all your seats. So the driver side, you have one sensor. It's in the back here. Show you. And right here is the sweet squeak sensors. So we gotta rip all this stuff out. All the harnesses, everything needs to come out. So we gotta get cutting. Choppity chop. What I do is there's a net right here that's connected. You just follow it all the way straight down. Careful, you might not cut. You don't cut anything that's important. So this part, so these sensors right here, make sure you don't cut anything.
You okay? You're bleeding.
Huh? Me?
Somewhere.
Oh, got myself. Blood, sweat, tears, baby. Yeah, so see, these are the sensors on here. The Holy Grail.
Look at that.
Yeah, so this is stuff that we're gonna be taking out.
Look at all those chickens.
So this is the part, you know, take your time. Yeah, be careful because it's, you know, we're already balls deep.
Where you start cutting up the Honda leather. This is the Holy Grail for the SRS light. And that's the end of our video, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Sight. Be very careful, boys.
Make sure you tear the foam. You want to tear some foam on there.
Yeah, you want to tear the foam. This part right here, make sure it's connected because that's the first one. And then you intertwine lock all of them.
So as you all know, Gia has done this before, so that's why he's doing it.
A lot of time and love and research. Took me about like 3 months to get everything, trial and error, research.
So I know a lot of people have done this, but no one has like told anyone how to do it. So we're just trying to help out the community as much as we can.
Well, everybody already knows how to do the, you know, the 04, 05.
Yeah.
People say it hasn't been done. I like a challenge. People say, oh, it can't be done, can't be done. So I did my own research, got it done. I have an 08, this is the 06, so it should be the same year. All years is different. I went through a different route. I bought extra seats from another Crash TSX, same year. Tear off the sensor and reuse the brains of that, so I didn't have to tear into my seats, my OEM seats. You go through that route. That route's a little more expensive, but I like to keep everything, you know, fresh OEM. This part, be very careful. You want this everything intact. I don't know what happened if you would rip this. I don't want to try. So
how long did it take you to do it on your car?
it took me about 3 months or a little bit longer. I got a really good deal on seats, you know. Got excited, started looking around the forums, there was nothing. You know, started to get my stuff around. Every day I would come home and figure it out, try to figure it out on my hectic, you know, crazy busy schedule. So every day was like 30 minutes into it, so you know, it was a project for me, so I had a daily, so it wasn't my daily, so the light didn't bother me.
So what makes your schedule so busy?
I own restaurants, you know, I make sushi. It's called Zuku Sushi. If you're in Tampa, check me out. I have a few locations, so. This one right here. Make sure you pull this out very gentle.
And this is for the 2006 TSX seat, not the other years. Alright guys, so once you take them off the foam, you gotta pull them through the back to where the actual harness is, like so. Be very gentle. It's like you're fingering the Honda seat. He's done that before. So if you want, I mean, seat's still usable, it just won't look pretty, you know? That's an understatement.
That's one.
He's removing the clips.
Another one. Okay, so next step is disconnect this. You take this out.
He's strong. So the passenger seat is a bit more complicated, as you can see.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a wreck. You pretty much gotta dismantle the whole seat.
And you gotta take the sensor out.
I mean, it kind of looks like the same seat, you know, the same colors, right? What do you guys think?
Alright, so now you see all the stuff is connected. So you gotta take this apart. This is the main one you gotta get apart. You got it. This stuff right here is cedar we don't need. Flip this over.
And we're also gonna keep the rails.
Yeah, you can keep the rails.
Because we're trying to make it reversible back to OEM if needed.
So now the next step is these bolts right here. They're special bolts. I'll show you what they look like here in a bit. Before we do anything else, I like to mark everything with blue tape so you know where everything's connected. It'll be easier. The main thing you need is this one right here. This one we don't need anymore. This is the power source. We're not gonna need anymore. This is for your controls. Disconnect that. You're not gonna need that. But everything else needs to stay connected. Everything that needs to be connected.
With some tape?
Yep. And everything else doesn't need to be connected.
So he marked uno, dos, tres.
To the sensors, so these are really important that they go back together. Because you see how like they're connected to the sensors. So these are the sensors that need to be connected. So everything else doesn't need to be connected.
So which ones did you tape?
So So these are the seat sensors, weight sensors. And this is the one of these are the power cords. I think this is the power. Or this goes to the brain of your ECU. This is your power. And this one, we're gonna have the resistors on the other end. So that's the only thing that needs to be connected. Everything else, this is your power to your gas, to your ABS or your airbag, so you don't need that. So everything else can go.
Also, you need to connect your seat belt.
Everything needs to be connected for this to work. So this is your seat belt to your seat belt. So everything got to be connected. This doesn't need to be, the only thing that doesn't need to be connected is this. This is, we're not gonna need this.
You don't need that one?
No, you don't. It goes to somewhere. Where's it go? It goes to your seat warmer. Yeah, this is your seat warmer. Yeah, so the only thing that doesn't need to be connected is 1, this 1, 2, and 3, 4. This is your power seat rail. Everything else needs to be connected. I know it's kind of shitty. You gotta buy 2 sets of these, and then $30 a piece. So, I mean, you had to buy them. So these are Honda seats brackets, so they fit on these security bolts. Check out right here. See? So you need 2 to break them free, and the smaller one goes on the bottom. Like that. That's why you need 2 sets of these to take them out. First, we're gonna take out the big one, and these are counterclockwise, right? The opposite way it's open. Kind of weird, but see, you can't really take them out going that way.
And that's why they call security bolts.
On this build, I spent more time on this than anything. Well, this in the driver's seat, because you know there's nothing to be written up on this, so I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out.
So we gotta take off these
little metal retainers right here to pull it up. Disconnect. Don't worry about that.
And it's off.
And then you just gotta take the 10mm.
And take out that bar.
Yeah. So that section we got off the OBD2 sensor. This is a seat sensor harness. It looks fucking wild, right? And then this power harness that's connected to your one is connected to this is connected to your seat sensor right here. That's your power for it. Everything else need to be reconnected. This is your power harness in the car. You took out the OEM seat buckle. You need this so it doesn't throw any lights. On your Recaro, your JDM Recaros, you gotta replace this. You gotta take it out and replace it with the OEM car.
And this is your passenger side.
So this is your passenger side. So you need this for your passenger side so it doesn't throw up the weight, your airbag off light. So it doesn't, because it's not gonna sense your passenger on it. So you're gonna need this. So we use everything that you have OEM, and then we took off with the security key, 2 set security key. We took out the weight sensor on the bottom of your passenger. This detects the weight of your passenger. Without this, would never work. All this stuff never work. So this is everything from your passenger side. We're gonna move on to installing, and we're gonna take out the driver's side. So next step we're gonna install is the resistors. I'm gonna install the driver first. You can do any order you want. Make sure the car is not off or on. So you just put it in the hole, and that's it. That's how it works. Looks right there. And I'm gonna go over to the passenger side. Same thing in the passenger side on the yellow. Make sure you get in the hole. Alright, that should be in. So what you're looking for is a nice contact on that. So we're gonna connect everything. It's pretty fucking wild. Power source. This is your seatbelt. These two is put these in. Highly suggest zip tie them together. That's what I did with my baby. I'll put this off to the side right here, because when we install these, we don't want to squish anything. Oh, here's the sensor right here. Found it. So this is the only thing that needs to be connected to the sensor is this, but you still need the pigtails. So the only thing that needs to be connected on this side is this sensor right here and the seat belt. That's this one right here. This is everything you need to be connected for this to work. I just taped everything off.
This is the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is the driver's seat. This is what it looks like on the 06 08. This doesn't need to be connected. But the main important thing is all these connected again. Right? All these points. This doesn't need to be connected.
You can pause the video and just look at all the ones that are taped.
Yeah. And then the main part, come back here. This is the seat sensor, really important for the driver's side. So the passenger is more complicated. The driver's side is just this sensor needs to be hooked up onto the rest of the stuff. So with 10 millimeter, you just grab this off and you take it off. And it should come right off. All right, so we just got all the harness out. Driver is a little bit easier. Like I said, the only one pain in the ass was this back sensor. You need this, so it's really seat sensor. Blue goes to your seat belt. So come on in here. We're gonna connect everything in together now.
Don't mind the car. I haven't cleaned it since I bought it from the other owner.
So there's only 3 things that need to be connected. There's the power source, and then this little guy here, and then the white part. We gotta find it. Here it is. Boom, done. All right, this should work. All right, so moment of truth right here. No light.
No light.
Voila.
No light. Wow. Very nice.
Is that worth the drive? Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way guys, I drove from Fort Lauderdale to visit Gia in Tampa.
Yep, so we're gonna put the seat back together. So the last step is checking everything, so everything's good. Just make sure you follow all the steps. I know it looks complicated, but just take your time on the seats. Most important thing is take your time on the passenger seat. That takes a lot of work. This only took like, you know, about 10 minutes or so. The other one took about like 25. If you can see, all these sensors need to be connected. You know, just try to work what you can. Keep it organized. Tape everything off. Make sure everything is connected. So the last part is, so we're gonna turn the car off now. So now we know the lights is off. Lights is off, and then so we're missing 2 last steps. Okay. So this part right here of the JDM seat, you gotta take it off and put your old seatbelt back on. Make sure you put your old seatbelt back on. That's your final second final step. Your last step is so the seatbelt right here. So you gotta know where to put it. This is what I did. I like to make sure, you know, my passengers are safe. So what I did was I banged this out to straight, and then see this hole right here. I made sure that everything is straight, and I put it in this hole. Let me take this out. So I put it in this hole. So So now the passenger can grab, right? So you swish, you sandwich your seat and you reuse your bolt, put it back in. So the only thing you gotta do now is to hammer this out straight so your passenger is safe when they drive. You just hammer away. Give it some force, you know, put some love into it. All right, so nice and flat. See that? Now it goes in like this. Sandwich your old seat, your Recaro is in, so your passengers have a seatbelt. So it's still usable. So next step is our last step. We're gonna reinstall everything, put everything in. So I like to keep everything, you know, nice and neat. I have these priority boxes that I keep around, not because, you know, I'm a hoarder. So you get really creative with this.
Arts and crafts.
Yeah, so you just have like a little, like that. So your sensor can be really safe. So it doesn't, so if you have a passenger in the back, my car don't have seats in the back, but his does. So in a minute I'm gonna show you, we're gonna tuck everything underneath. I grabbed all these sensors right here. Make sure you put them all in.
And you can make your own box or whatever. This is just a makeshift box that we did really quick on the fly.
So I'll put that one in, make sure it doesn't rip or anything. And there's no certain order you can do this. Just gotta make sure it's loose.
And this way, if you wanted to put like OEM seats back in, simple, you know? Nothing's cut, everything is still there.
I like to get everything nice and neat. Like that. So later when we install, you don't have 16 wires just hanging out. So in a minute, with this, you can put electrical tape if you want. I didn't do it on my build. Alright, so take the seats out. So we're gonna, our first step, reinstalling everything. We're gonna put these babies back on. Make sure you guys put this back on before you install because there's no room.
Put it back on the seat.
Yeah, put it back on the seat prior to install. This is your driver, right? There's your passenger. So go ahead and pull the front back.
So we're just putting the zip ties on it so it looks clean because it's got to stay in the car.
You can clean this up later, but this is just for now. Seat back in.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, big boy. Oh, it's not heavy. Oh my god. How much do you love your car? Oh, that much. Well, thanks to Gia. He did all the work. He's the mastermind behind all this madness. This is the seat belt.
Yeah, we're good.
Seats are in.